Hey everyone, I'm back doing the second part of our daylilies, and I'm just heating up the stove right now. Got to turn it down a little bit, but we are going to do these daylilies that are stuffed with cream cheese, and I did use a vegan cream cheese, and also we're going to do these here, the unopened flowers. We're going to stir fry them with a batter. And the batter, what I use is, you can just use anything you want. I just use this King Arthur pancake mix. You can use whatever you want for a batter. I don't use eggs, so all I do is add coconut milk to that batter, and this is the coconut milk that I use just to make it look like this, and then stir fry them up. So I have made this beautiful tea so far with the petals, as you can see it. Tea is really good. I like the tea. And then these are the tubers that are already cooked. I cooked them up for about 15, well, not even 15 minutes, it was a little less than that. So they taste like little potatoes. And if you pop them open, you can see that they look like little potatoes inside. So you can add them to any dishes that you want. And then you have these the ones that have already been dried. You can add those to soups and stews. And then we're going to take these petals and we're going to not deep fry, but you fry them in the pan, you'll see, and I'm going to dip those in the batter also. So there's quite a few things that we're going to do here, and we're going to start off right now. I don't want these pans to get too hot. Is the batter. I'm going to do a few of these. I do have my tongs. I can use those. Just going to dip them right in there and get them put right in. I can do a few of those. So we're going to throw maybe a couple more. I'm not going to do too many, but because you're going to get the idea. You don't need to use egg. If you're someone that's allergic to eggs or you can't use eggs, you can always use flaxseed or chia seeds to thicken it, but I've made them without it and it seems to be fine. So these are the little petals. We're gonna cover these babies right up and we'll put those in. And I like this little pan. It's perfect for frying these guys up. This could be a really long video, but I'm gonna try to keep it under 10-12 minutes. It's just very hard to load videos up that are too long. So you get in the picture, and the reason why I do these is just to show you hands-on. People are visual learners, not book learners anymore like we did back in the day. Everything we learned was from a book. So here are your little fritters. These are the daylily buds before the flowers open, and the petals. And over here, while I've got everything rocking and rolling, I might as well put these right in. These are the cheese-filled daylilies, and those are going right in. And then I have a couple. Those have a little toothpicks in them. And the ones that I have here, if you don't have toothpicks, I just wanted to show you can do them without the toothpicks. And these have cheese in them also. See the cheese? Just stuffed them. I'll have plenty of pictures that you can see too. So you don't want to do anything on high heat because then you'll end up frying and burning everything. So just on low heat. It takes a little bit longer to cook things, but then again, you'll have a really good tasting wild edible. So once you see they look like a pancake type of bubbles, you can flip them. And then they turn into these yummy little pancake fritters. And they're so good. The petals are really good. They don't take very long to cook, so you gotta watch everything pretty quickly. They're fun. Remember, these are wild edible, so if you are someone that is foraging and you wanted to have some fun dishes, this is the way to do it with your friends. Teach them how to eat Remember the hostas? Those were fun. Of course, there's no hosta shoots right now. You have to get them when the shoots are available. So here, these here will close. They'll start to close on their own. That's why you really don't need, when we learned how to do this, this is how we did it. We never had toothpicks. We just cooked them. So you want to keep turning them so they don't burn on one side. I have it on like number 3. They pay a lot of money for these in restaurants. These are like a delicacy. And they put them on the side of the dish plate when they come, or it's an appetizer. It's like, I don't even know how much it is, but I bet it's quite a bit of money just for this little appetizer. Cream cheese filled daylilies. And they are good. Oops, my cheese is coming out. But they are fun, and when you're, of course, when it's time to eat them, just take the toothpick out. See, it doesn't really matter if you have a toothpick in it or not. They're still going to cook really nice. So these don't take very long. The petals are really good. They're crunchy. You can cook these till they're crispy. Another thing is you can deep fry the little petals. I'm not going to do that. I just don't have the... Well, let me just throw one in and I'll show you. Once you put them in, they'll start to cook like a... I hate to say bacon, but it does. It will cook right up and fry up like a bacon. And when they're done... They're very crispy and crunchy. You can put them on your salads. You know, there's lots of things you can do with them. And then we also have these, which are the greens. And I did find some little tiny shoots. You can put those with a little butter or coconut oil. I was going to throw them in here if we have time when these are done and cooked. You can deep fry these also with the cheese in them. There's like a lot of different ways you can cook these wild edibles. You can make them fun. You know, you can present them in beautiful dishes. I don't have any fancy dishes. I just have flowers and stuff on my dishes. But I had picked quite a few of these. I'll probably cook them up later. I just want to be able to show you the fritters, the buds that are dipped in batter, the stuffed daylilies, the daylily petals that are dipped in the batter, which are right here. I'm going to put them back on this plate because I have a napkin all set for it. And you can use tongs or a fork. I just like to use the fork, makes it much easier. And these I can turn right off because these cast iron pans will stay hot for a really long time. So I know you guys will be able to hear me now. I have my new microphone hooked up to my phone, so make things a lot easier over the crackling sounds of the pans. So the tubers, you could always just throw the tubers in here. You can cook them ahead of time and throw them in here and warm them up and have those as a side dish or on the side of your dish also. And these are, once the little stems here, I find once these little stems here are soft, and that means you're getting there. They're almost done. So that doesn't take very long. These can be deep fried as well, but I wasn't going to mess around with that today. So this one's done. You can use a corn batter if you just are allergic to everything in the world and you can't eat stuff. So make a corn mash, masa, flour, batter. They almost look like little fish. I don't eat fish either. I'm not a pescatarian. So this little guy here looks like it's not done, but when you take it out and you let it cool off, they get very crunchy. I like them. I've had quite a few of them. That's another thing though. I'm used to wild edibles. So if you're going to make these, you're going to have to do a food test. Don't go eating a whole bunch. And I've said this in my other video, but I'm going to say it again. Always do a taste test on everything. You know, don't go assuming that you can just go and eat wild edibles. Wild edibles are very potent. you know, in flavor and in their medicinal. Too many will give you loose bowels, and nobody wants that. Also, the petals you can eat raw and put them in salads. I probably already said that, but I just wanted to mention it again. So if you're not anywhere to be able to cook something, you don't have to use oil. If you were somewhere and you needed food, you could just put them with a little bit of water and put them on a outdoor camp if you had to look for food. So we're doing this as a luxury with the coconut oil and stuff, and you don't really have to do that. And you could eat them raw. If you are stranded and all you have is a campfire, well, that's what you would do. You would literally just take these and, oops, I can have my tongs, and cook them right up on your campfire. And you know, you're going to get a lot of medicinal values like the iron. You're going to get some protein. It's not like you're not going to get any value out of them. It's not like we're just foraging just to forage. We're literally having some sustenance, some food. So here are the little petals, not petals, I'm sorry. These are the little greens. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of these right now. But you know, you cook these up like we did all the other greens, like we did the dandelion greens, and how we do the nettles greens, and also how we do the hostas. So I don't have time to do those right now, but you get the idea. And these are really good by themselves too. So that's it for the demonstration on the wild edibles of the daylily, and I'm going to have some of these right now. If you have any questions, please, you know, leave me a comment, and you know, give it a thumbs up on my YouTube channel, which is Vermont Pure Herbs, and also on my Facebook, which is Vermont Pure Herbs, and Instagram. I will answer any questions you have. You can go on my website, which is www.vermontpureherbs.com, and you can also message me through my website. And I hope you enjoyed this video on the wild edible daylilies. Be safe and peace.